Let's make a paper rose pumpkin. Hi, I'm Billy with Made Bayou. I rescued this book, so don't come after me for cutting book pages. I am repurposing, giving it a new life. But what I did, the pumpkin was it measured 3 inches, so I cut a 3-inch circle, and I cut a few at a time to save time, and I cut it in a spiral. Once I had my spiral made, I started at the smallest end, the pointy end of the spiral, and started rolling. And I like to hold the top and the bottom together because I don't want to roll and it go to a point at the bottom. You want it flush. You want the bottom flat of the roses. So that's why I do it. And I do spot glue every now and then, either with glue, Elmer's glue or hot glue, whatever you want, just so if you drop it, you don't want it to come all unraveled. So every now and then, just put a spot of glue and make sure you're rolling it flat, just like that. The bottom is flush because you want it to sit flush on your pumpkin. And you keep rolling, and then once you come to the end, you're going to have a little flap. You glue all the layers together and then close it with the flap. So put a spot of hot glue right on the bottom and then you close it off with that flap, and that's going to hold it all together. And then once you have them all made, you can start gluing on. Now look at all these cute roses. They're all different shapes and sizes. It just depends on how the rolling comes out. So I got my pumpkin and ended up with 41 little roses to do this 3-inch pumpkin. Start at the bottom, always start at the bottom and start gluing. I put me a bead of glue, not underneath, but just the bottom layer. And you want to test fit it to make sure it's going to lay flat on your surface. So you don't want anything directly on the bottom or underneath the pumpkin, just on the bottom. So the underneath is flat and it sits on your surface. So keep gluing all the way around, and then once you have that first layer done, you just keep going up the pumpkin. Now remember to save the smaller roses for the top. So start with the bigger roses. Although you're cutting all the same, some of the spirals are wider. You'll see once you start doing it. So just start with the bigger roses and finish up with the smaller roses. Now this would be good even if you had silk roses, some small rosebuds or whatever. That would be pretty also. But I'm just rescuing this book, trying to repurpose these pages. So now I'm starting at the top and I'm almost done. Keep filling in. I'm going to keep a little space because I need to work with the stem. So I think we're done. Look how pretty that is. Now I got this wire jute and I used the end of a paintbrush, and because I measured it and it was about the same size as that stem, and I'm just going in a circle, cutting it off with my needle nose plier, wrapping it around and spot gluing it. And then I'm going to slip this right over that stem that's already on the pumpkin. And it folds over. Now I do have to spot glue it every now and then because it kept wanting to come undone. But it did turn out to be a precious stem. So now I got my distressing ink in the color D.I.Y. It's from Ranger. And I'm going to spray it on the pumpkin. And I'm not going to saturate it, pretty much just tipping it because I want to be able to see the book pages and the print under the paint. And now I have some gold paint from Folk Art and I'm tipping the edges. It's really pretty. And some embellishment, which I put some lamb's ear and some raffia. Just a thin piece of raffia. Put that on the top. It is so elegant looking. This pumpkin is gorgeous. I love it. It looked good anywhere I put it. Stay tuned for the pictures. Thanks so much for watching. Spread the love. Follow for more and come back tomorrow for more crafty ideas. I'll see you soon. Happy crafting and God bless.